Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about my Disney College program experience as a house person. I feel like when I found out I was a house person, I looked on YouTube for videos explaining what the role was, what I was going to be doing, and I couldn't really find that. So I wanted to make this video just to help some of you. I want to start off with telling you guys about the training process. Just like every other cast member, you do start with traditions and then you work your way up to your resort training. This takes about like 3 to 5 days, I want to say, depending on your leaders and what they want to show you and tell you about. For me, I think it took 5 days with traditions and then to the on-site training. After you go through traditions, you'll have resort hospitality trainings at Disney University. I'm not gonna lie, they're kind of boring, but you need to know it. It's good information to have. They try to keep it as fun as possible for you. After that, you go to your resort, you meet your leaders and all the higher-ups there who you'll be working with. They welcome you to the resort, to the family, and they give you a rundown on what you will be doing, how you'll be doing it, what the process is going to be like, and stuff like that. My on-site orientation was actually kind of fun. The first day they had breakfast catered for us, as well as a lunch where we got to meet all of the building managers, because at my resort it is condo style, so there were different themes and each building had a different manager. So we had a big lunch where we got to meet them, talk to them, get to know them, and it was actually really nice of them to do that because it made us feel more comfortable when we actually did go to work in their buildings. After we had the lunch in, they took us on a scavenger hunt. We broke off into teams of 3, and we each got a paper, and we had to run around the resort, take pictures of the things that they asked us to find, and whoever finished first, got back to the leaders by the end, got a prize. And my team won, obviously. That was our second day of on-site training. The next day, they told us wear sneakers because we're going to be going on a field trip. I said, okay, where? So we got to go see the textiles factory, and they have multiple ones, but we went to the one that our resort gets their linens cleaned at. The textiles is where they clean all linens for all Walt Disney World resorts. And while it's not the most exciting, it is actually very informative to know what the process is of the linens, because if a guest asks you, do you wash the linens every day? Yes, we do. We change the linens after every stay and we wash them. We send them straight to textiles and they get washed. After your on-site orientation, you go into workplace training. That's where you will get your trainer and you'll train on different things. I had 3 different trainers for 3 different things. I had housekeeping trainer, a house person trainer, and a night shift trainer. For the first week on the job, we trained for 3 days with a trainer, and then you and a partner got broken off and you got assigned 5 rooms the first day to clean on your own, and then you got 10 rooms, and then you got 15 rooms to clean. And the process is not that hard, especially when you have a team with you working on it, because normally a housekeeper by themselves with 19 rooms a day. And it's very helpful to have that person with you, because one person can take the bathroom and one person can take the bedroom, and then you switch for every room. And it's a lot of fun having a person with you to do it, so you're not by yourself all day. The next was Houseperson training. This was the role you're given and what you're technically supposed to be doing, but it could vary every day from what you're doing. Housepersons are required to assist the housekeepers, whether it be bringing them more linens, taking out their dirty linens and dumping it into a cart, or bringing them more soaps or more toilet paper. Whatever the housekeeper needs, the houseperson brings it to them. Next, I was trained on night shift. Night shift is not something that you will be doing very often, only if there's a big group coming in, if there's a competition, like where I had to work. It's very easy to do night shift. It's just long hours. All you have to do really is you just sit and you wait for a request to come in, whether it be for another blanket or a crib or bed posts so the child doesn't fall off the bed at night. Whenever you get those requests, you bring it to the guest, and that's it. As we went through my program, my leaders thought it would be good to train us in kick as well. Kick was actually my favorite because it was very easygoing. A kick is when you have a lot of checkouts and you get assigned certain rooms, and you will go into those checkout rooms, make sure the guests are out, and then once you're sure that they're out, you could strip their room completely. You take all linens, all the towels, everything. You could change the toilet paper rolls, you change the garbage, everything you can to assist the housekeeper, you do. Because that housekeeper can't do 19 rooms by themselves, especially if it's a really busy day. So you want to do whatever you can to assist them. And then by the end of the day, if you're done with all of your rooms, you have to go help the housekeepers make the beds, make the bathroom nice, clean the toilets for them, whatever you can do to help you do it. That was pretty much it for the training. If you have any more questions, you can leave them in the comments and I'll try and answer them. But now I want to talk about costumes and our hours. Unlike most college program members, the hours for housekeepers or really anyone in a resort are kind of nice. Everybody else has hours that are various. They can jump from really early in the morning to park open or really late at night to after the park is even closed, working special events. But for a house person, your hours are normally very steady and continuous throughout the program. My hours were normally from 8 to 5. Night shift was from 5 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning. Which is not terrible. Usually, your leaders for a night shift, they will give you an ER, which is an early release, if you ask them for it. It's not guaranteed, but it is nice to have sometimes, especially if you're really tired or you're really not feeling well that day, because you don't want to rack up those points for being out of work. But yeah, the hours were actually very consistent. I was very fortunate to have that, while my roommates did not. But your costume is very generic. I know some Disney costumes can be a little not so flattering, but these ones were not terrible. It was just a shirt with white pants, and that was it. If you have a tattoo like myself that's visible, you do have to cover it up. So I had to wear a long sleeve white shirt. I'll try and put a picture in for you to see what it looked like. And I do have a tattoo on my ankle, but that wasn't really a problem because I do have long pants on with my costume. So if you do have a tattoo, please keep that in mind. Make sure you can cover it with makeup or you wear long sleeves like I did. I tried to cover it with makeup, but I would always sweat it off and they would always say something to me. So I just went down to Walmart, bought a couple of white long sleeve shirts, and that was it. It wasn't really that great because it is so hot in Florida, but you have to do what you have to do. Okay, now I want to talk to you about just some of the perks and some of the cons of being a house person. Some of the things I really enjoyed being a house person was, like I mentioned, the hours are really consistent. Your days off are not consistent, but it's all right. They do their best to do it for you. The leaders really do care about each and every one of their CPs, at my location at least. If you felt like you weren't ready to go out on your own in the beginning and you wanted more training, they would give it to you. They would say, okay, absolutely, they want to see you be the best you can be. Some of the cons were that the other housekeepers that are full-time there, they tend to get a little intimidated at first, and they can sometimes not be the nicest to you. You can't let this get to you. I know some of my other cast members that were on the program with me were very upset by this. They would cry sometimes because, a housekeeper would say something to them, not necessarily in a negative way, but just they would be intimidated because this is new territory. They have new people coming in for their job that they already have. And you have to find that equal ground with them. By the end of my program, I did learn the best ways to communicate with the other housekeepers, what to do to be one step ahead of them. It's really a touch and go kind of deal. You have to just learn and get a feel for it, and you'll be fine. They even warn you about this, that, you know, they might try to intimidate you, but you can't let it bother you because they will warm up to you eventually. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I think that's it for today. If you do have any questions about being a house person or the program in general, you can leave a comment and I'll try my best to get back to you, or I might just make another video on it. So, okay, have a magical day.